at Pesto's Test Kitchen for a special holiday version.
It is.
Yeah. Why don't you introduce our guest, Mark?
Well,
Hi.
Amanda,
Hi.
how are you?
Amanda's back. Pastry chef to the stars.
Pastry chef for Bistro 1907. Mother of Jack, who is wandering around somewhere.
Yeah, we have a little one.
And wife to Chucky.
Oh, there you go. And the reason is
Oh, wow.
we're going to make Christmas cookies today. 5 different kinds. Why don't you go through the kinds we're going to make?
All right, so we're going to do lemon thyme pizzelles. We're going to do chocolate pistachio orange zested biscotti. We're going to do the famous clothespins that everyone has at Christmas time.
Yes.
Right.
We're going to do cannolis.
Right.
The cannoli filling, and then we're going to do black cherry almond thumbprints.
Yes.
So this isn't a traditional Christmas. This is more of an Italian Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
So this is what my first Christmas cookie was a pizzelle.
Okay.
My great-grandmother Rosanna, who never spoke a word of English, she's like, just Marco, Marco, Marco. And
That was your job.
That was my job. You know, so.
Mine too. At my house, there were 2 jobs. Either grate the giant wheel of Parmesan cheese that Grandpa got in Amish country for $4, or you were in charge of pizzelles. And so as we flipped, my brother and I often got the pizzelles. So I'm going to work on the pizzelles.
Today you're in charge of the pizzelles.
Yeah, that's right.
Be an expert.
You know, there's some things in baking these cookies that take some patience. So in like doing the pizzelles, you got to sit there and wait a little bit, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah. What was your thing?
Sugar cookies. They're not even
Sugar
really
cookies.
Italian at all.
No, they're not. Okay. Well,
All right.
I cannot wait to see your skills.
it's been a long time. Wait, before we go, favorite Christmas cookie is?
I would have to say the favorite Christmas cookie for me growing up was the Buckeye.
Oh, we never had those.
Oh my God, we had them.
Gosh, I would have loved that.
Somebody made the Buckeyes, and I've just loved them ever since.
How about you?
My mom made a Christmas brownie.
Oh.
It was like layered with chocolate and cream cheese and some like little sprinkles of chocolate chips to die for. She makes for my birthday.
Does she still make them?
She still makes them, and that's why we're so glad that she moved here.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's the reason.
Brownies for everybody.
I love it.
They
I
come
love
over
it.
to Youngstown.
How about
Mom.
you?
Can't wait to see the brownies this Christmas. Love ya.
Yeah.
I was going to say this. The idea of doing an Italian version of a lot of these things, though, is the reason why Scott's family. When I moved to Youngstown, that was huge.
Oh my gosh.
You introduced me to that, and so did you. And so I can't wait to see.
It's just
how
like
you do it.
the Youngstown cookie table at weddings.
That's big.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to outdo themselves,
I know that now.
and if somebody doesn't see their cookie out on the display, they're very offended. So you have to make sure everybody's cookies, because everybody's so proud of their Christmas cookies, their wedding cookies. It's such a great heritage.
I also get very upset when I go to a wedding and there's not a cookie table.
Well,
I'm like,
yeah.
we're from Youngstown.
The deal breaker.
You gotta do
Cookies
this.
out.
Well, you better
want
not
the
travel
cookies.
outside of state.
All right, did you have a favorite cookie growing up?
Frosted sugar cookie.
That was your
and
favorite.
And then the peanut blossom.
I thought that was your
with
job
the
to
Hershey
make.
Kisses.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
were my job was always wrapping the foil off of the kisses and putting them in,
How many actually made it to the cookie process?
Probably like 1 to 4.
Third goes in the belly. Since you said that one, I will tell you that my mom makes these orange cookies. They're about this big. They melt in your mouth, and there's some frosting on top. I don't know the name of them. They're just called orange cookies. That's all I can tell you.
Orange. So they're literally orange in color?
No, they're white in color, but they taste like a little light.
So it's probably a butter cookie.
bit of
That's why it
orange.
melts so easily on your palate.
It's beyond that. It's even better than that. So do you have to do this all the time? I'm guessing you have to bake for people all the time. We thought we'd do the baking for you today.
This is nice.
So
This is like a
I'm going to work on the
vacation.
pizzelles.
Yes.
Give me a tip here.
Well, you want to always
We're going to spray first, right?
Yeah.
Both sides or just one?
Both sides.
Okay.
And make sure don't be chintzy
up.
with it.
So,
Spray it
Amanda,
up.
when you go into the thought process of picking out a pizzelle iron, what do you like to talk about? Do
Okay.
you want Teflon? Do you like the old school like this?
This is old school. This is grandma's, but this is new. We just got it, but no, that's way too much.
Okay.
You're gonna want to.
Maybe I should watch you
You're
do it.
gonna want to level it off first.
How do you know it's way too much?
Well,
Is it
because
going to go
you don't
to
want.
the
It's like
edge?
making a waffle, and then you get like the everywhere. You don't want.
Don't
that.
waste.
No, you don't want that. So you
Okay.
just wanna
So
do that.
scrape it up on the side.
So just find a scoop that's like perfect for the size you need, and then you don't have to like play around with it.
How do I know when this is done?
Flip it, and then when it stops steaming, so it's roughly about 30 seconds.
Ours has a light on it. This doesn't have the light.
That's
Or it's a
nice.
light gone.
Grandma's didn't have light. They had probably,
Grandma's
but
just knew.
She's like old school.
It's like they didn't have to measure, they just knew.
Yeah.
So how am
by
I going to
feel.
know?
Well, you're gonna watch the steam,
Yeah.
and when the steam stops coming out,
Yeah.
you're gonna know that it's done.
Is
and
it
then
still-
depending on the darkness that you want, like if you really want it dark, then keep it in a little longer.
Okay.
But
See,
some people don't.
But you got to remember
Is it
also,
time?
once it
Is it
stops
time?
cooking,
Yeah,
it's going to
okay.
continue to get colored.
Take it off. See, look at that.
Oh,
And then you
wow.
can use the knife,
Mike.
So
obviously.
this is old school. This
Yeah.
isn't ready yet, I don't think.
No, it's good.
Can I?
It's
okay.
good.
There you
Yeah.
go. Just
All right.
very
Just be
gingerly.
gentle.
Yep.
Okay, move on to
There
the
you
next
go.
cookie then. I got this. I got this, you guys.
That's the biscotti.
Huh?
I mean,
That's a
the
pizzelle.
Yes.
Look at how perfect that is.
It's not big enough. We should have put more
I can't
dough in
wait.
there.
Okay, let's get to this one.
All right,
this
so this one
my,
we're making the
Just part
biscotti.
and my mom is a big fan
Yes.
of the biscotti in general.
So do we go wet dry here, Amanda? Wet ingredients with dry ingredients?
We're going to put, we're going to start with the sugar.
Okay.
And the oil. The oil,
Sugar
this
and
one's
the oil.
olive oil. Usually you could use butter, but I like to use olive oil.
Okay.
So it's just a blend of olive oil and canola.
And then
So then you're going to start the mixer.
this is
And you're
yours.
just going to quickly combine it. So we're just going to turn it on real quick. And then from there we're going to add our eggs.
Okay.
Now, Amanda, do you have to have a stand mixer to use this, or can you use the old-fashioned one like Grandma had?
Yeah, you could use the old fashioned.
Okay,
absolutely. And then you're going to want to do this. Do we have a microplane around here? I thought
We
was
do,
Oh,
right
here it is.
behind you.
A micro.
So you're going to want to zest the orange.
Oh, yeah. Try to get the sticker in there, too, if you can do
Don't put
it.
the sticker in there. You're going to want to
Okay.
do that.
I'm zesting it. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
And just flip it over and put the zest in there.
absolutely. Just like that. Did I flip it?
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, that's good. You're going to want to do
How much
half of an orange.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
goodness.
while you're doing that, I'm just going to scrape the sides down.
Okay.
So we get everything in.
And while you're doing that, I'm
You're gonna be doing the
roll out the
clothes-
puff pastry
yes,
for the
for the
clothespins,
clothespins.
correct?
Yes.
And you can buy this at the store instead of making it yourself because it's a very long, involved process. So we're just going to roll this out, let it come to room temperature, roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick, correct?
Yes.
And I'm rolling it out on a great piece of baking equipment. It's called a Silpat sheet, and this is non-stick. You can use it to bake your cookies with. It just makes life so much easier. You don't have to butter your pans anymore or anything like that.
Is that good? Okay. Enough.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Mark, look at you. Look
Yeah,
at these cookies
and this is a
together.
French rolling pin, one of my favorite rolling pins because it's all one piece. You don't have any chance of any wet ingredients get inside of the dowels
Yes.
and creating some kind of bacterial growth.
Okay. So
So
you're
this
just
we're
turning
going to
that
turn this on
back
to mix it up. And then from there, we're going to add the dry ingredients. So you're going to add your flour.
Okay.
So Amanda, how thick am I going to cut these strips?
About like,
1/4 inch?
yeah, that's perfect.
1/4 inch? Perfect.
And then you're gonna add your leavener.
we're going to buy the dowels at either a hardware store, your
then
favorite
salt.
bakery outlet. And these are already pre-seasoned. When I say
And
pre-seasoned,
your butter.
they're already so they're like non-stick.
Yes. Perfect. And then we're going to add this. Open it up.
Boom.
Yeah. And then you're going to want to add your pistachios.
A little bit at a time, maybe, or
Yeah.
all at once.
A little bit at a time is fine.
Well,
Mark knows
you know,
if I'm not
we have a
told.
thing with scallions, so
Yeah. You got about 30 seconds, you guys.
30 seconds. So I'm going to take the dowel, I'm going to take the dough, and I'm just going to gently wrap the dough around the dowel to create that classic clothespin. And I don't know if I'm doing this quite as well as you, Amanda, but I'm going to give it a heck. And I'm just going to wet the edge of it
You are. With the water.
right there. And then we're going to bake this how, Amanda?
We're going to put it on, well, you can put it on your soap pad. You can show them just like that. Seam side down.
Seam side down.
Side down, and then you're going to bake it at 350 for about 8 minutes.
And everybody, welcome Jack to the set.
Jack's
Hi,
here.
Jack.
Jack is here.
Merry
Hi,
Christmas,
Jack.
Mom.
Merry Christmas.
He's had a little snow cone, so his face is a little orange.
That's all right.
Kind of like Mom's cookies.
All right, when we come back, we will be back and have more from Pesto's Test Kitchen. Nice job, you guys.
Great. All right.
Keep working.
Keep trying.
Back here in Pesto's Test Kitchen, we have been working.
We haven't.
Look at my
Baking up a
pizzelles.
storm.
It's been working.
You did a great job, Mike.
I mean,
you really
you're
did a nice
hired.
job.
You did
Well,
a really really good job.
And try these lemon ones when you find the recipe. They're different and they're really good. So
They are.
Kudos to you. Kudos to the chef.
Yes.
Who hasn't
Very
done
good
squat
recipe.
so far. All right, what else are you going to make us do?
So today we're going to do thumbprints.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's basically a sugar cookie dough, and then I
want
added
thumb
cream
wrestle?
cheese. So you could do
Oh.
mascarpone if you want to, or cream cheese to the dough.
Okay.
So all you do, basically, you just cream
Again
it.
with
So you
that thing?
cream your butter, your sugar, you
This
add
is your
your
new little
wet
friend.
ingredients.
I've already pinched my finger
Oh,
once.
cookies are all about right measurements, and these are perfect for that.
Baking is a science, Michael. It is not
Absolutely.
just you can wing it. It's
So you
all
have
science.
the dough,
Totally flunk
you
science.
just do
Did you just
this.
tell Michael he can't wing something?
Yeah, really.
Roll it. It's kind
Okay.
of like making buckeyes.
Okay.
You know, or like snowballs.
Okay.
And then you just roll them,
Right.
roll it into the sugar.
It's all coming back to me.
There you go. And then you can
And then
use
you
your
get a
thumb
big fat
if you
grandpa
want.
to put your thumb in it,
Yeah,
right?
or if you're like me, that's kind of, not really.
You don't
cool.
really do
so,
the thumb?
No. So you just you could use your dowel that you used for, your clothespins, and just use the bottom of it, stick it in,
Yeah.
and then find your favorite jelly that you like. Any kind of jelly that you
What
like.
do we have?
This is black cherry.
Okay.
So this is an almond
Okay.
dough.
Almond and cherries go very,
and
very well
cherries.
together.
And then you just fill it like that.
Yeah.
Put it in your oven for 350 for about 8 minutes.
Are
you
all
just want it
cookies
to get
about
just a
350?
little brown, but not anything crazy.
Are all cookies about 350?
Around.
Yeah.
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 So one thing that's
I
really
like that
important,
So, yeah.
though, you want to make sure that your oven's calibrated, because if you have an uncalibrated oven, you can have very different cooking times, and you can have uneven browning and
boy.
cooking times on your oven as
Yeah.
well.
All right.
Okay.
Good as an
That's
excellent.
perfect.
Nice job
All
on the
right,
clothespins,
so
Mark.
clothespins.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you,
Mark,
thank you,
oh,
thank you,
nice.
thank you.
All right, so I made the filling ahead of time because it's a lot of mixing, and basically all you do is mix sugar and butter, and then once that's really white and whipped and fluffy and
Sugar and
delicious,
butter, baby.
you add a cooked milk and flour. It's like a paste to it, almost like a pudding, with some marshmallow fluff. So that's
All right.
what you do with
Can you
that.
cut the tip of your thing off there,
I got
Amanda?
it. All right,
Got
so
it?
you put it in a piping bag. It's so
I'm ready.
much easier. And then any tip that you want, like a floury tip
Give it to
or
him.
anything.
Give it to him.
We're gonna fill them first.
That's it.
No.
Kids might be watching.
All right,
and
and then you're just gonna
ruin it.
fill-
You know the marshmallow boy over there. He
I
doesn't
know.
like.
I didn't make my own fluff, so I hope it's okay for you.
I don't know if this is to Michael's
I don't
liking,
know.
Amanda.
These
You know
could
him.
not be my standards. I
You
don't
know, come
know.
to the restaurant and get yourself a marshmallow.
And I've had them. They're delightful.
Yes.
Okay. So
All
we're
right.
gonna cut some biscottis now.
Yeah, so we're doing that. But
I'll work
do
on
you-
this.
Do you want to do this? Do you want to top
You
it
can do
with
this.
some powdered sugar?
Oh,
If
God.
you don't have a sugar shaker, you can use a fancy colander.
Why
or
does
this is
it have
called
to
a
go
sh-
through that sifter thing?
Well,
Because
it's
you don't
so
want like
nice and
crumbs.
powdered.
Exactly.
There are
Let's-
crumbs in the sugar?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I didn't know.
All right,
Go
so
ahead, biscotti guy.
I am going to cut these biscottis. Amanda baked this for about 350 degrees, 35 to 40 minutes, and you want to let it cool down after it comes out of the oven. So it's a very, very dense
brick.
log of biscotti dough. And I'm going
Looks
to
like it's from Outback.
It does look like it's from.
Yeah.
I
Well,
made you some bread.
so we're just going to cut these about a ½ inch thick, and we're going to lay them back out on the tray, because biscotti in Italian means what, Mike Case?
Twice baked.
All right.
Thank you.
There we go. Mike with the good cue.
Yeah.
All right, so you just cut these out, and then we're going to bake them again, Amanda, for how long?
We're gonna bake them for about 5 minutes.
About 5
Yeah,
minutes.
You just want them to just get a little extra finish on them.
Okay, great. Perfect. And again, we're using that fancy Silpat sheet, which you can buy from your favorite online supplier. They had great deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So they're very inexpensive now. And really, at cleanup time, you're really going to like that, because it really saves you a lot of elbow grease.
All right.
Okay.
Let's take our break. When we come back, we're going to make the cannoli shell,
In the filling.
and then we're going to fill the cannolis, right?
That sounds great.
All right.
Can't wait.
Because who doesn't leave it like a cannoli?
They're the-
Every-
What's the
Everybody
favorite line
loves a cannoli.
from The Godfather?
Take the gun. No, leave the gun. Take the cannoli. Okay.
We'll be back.
Little quick culinary tip there, Ron. Take your chocolate, put it into a baggie, take your French rolling pin or your favorite rolling pin, and just start chopping it up. And that'll break it up perfectly for the ends of the cannoli.
All right, we are back. What are you working on there, Amanda?
So we're making the cannolis.
Yeah, we did the dough. The dough's made of
Dough
these
is
ingredients,
made- yeah,
correct?
Flour, butter, egg, cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, salt, and then a little bit of a sweet marsala. So you could either do like a sweet
Come
white
on,
wine
come
or dry. So depending
Well,
on what you like.
Okay.
Well, because cannolis come from Sicily,
Mm-hmm.
so being from Sicily, Marsala is produced in that area.
It is.
Well, thank you,
The fact that
Cicely.
she started those already, our
Those
videographers
are,
and our photographers here on set their faces
That didn't work.
are like
That one didn't work.
No.
They're just like, wow.
How do I
this
get that
is
out?
amazing though.
No, that'll be an open face one though. That'll be great.
I
That's
still want
the
to eat
kind
it.
I want.
I was gonna say, just put the cannoli on top of it, and I'm good to go.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're here to show them.
Okay, so sometimes you have failures.
Or
In the kitchen.
happy
In the
little
kitchen.
accidents.
And life,
I like to say
honestly.
happy little accidents.
Happy little accidents.
Yeah.
So Amanda's gonna, and that's 350 degree canola oil, correct?
375.
375. So that way we get those nice little crunchy little pockets that you have right here. Those
put that
little
in?
bubbles.
We need a little egg on there to stick it.
Yep, yes we do.
All right.
All right, so you want to do a little bit of egg.
And honestly, if you want to use your wind chimes to make these,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
perfectly fine. Or
can.
maybe a pipe organ that you
or-
disassembled.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Or sometimes you could even just use foil. So you can
Foil
make like
works
a foil tube.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, once they're
Good
done,
luck.
Amanda, they come out nice and crunchy like this.
Uh-huh. We've actually done those.
We've done that.
So then you take your favorite ricotta filling or mascarpone, whatever way you like to do your cannolis, and you pipe it in. And then what I like to do for me is I love pistachios and I love dark chocolate. So we're just going to dip the ends, one in chopped pistachios, one in chopped chocolate. We're going to put it over here. And then, you know, we want to make it fancy for our guests because we love being, you know, kicking that up a little bit. So I just take some
Oh, look at
melted
this. Look at
chocolate.
this.
And we're just going to
Holy
spray that over the top
moly.
just like that.
From a
Those are
foot
nice.
high.
From a foot high. Well, you have.
You gotta get the
it-
good strands.
You got to get the good strands. So
Okay.
that's why we do that.
I
And then
see.
they come out like this, and look at those. Your guests are going to be blown away. The
man.
cannolis, once that chocolate dries, is going to be amazing.
We got
and look,
one.
Mike, pull one out.
Is it done?
No, it needs a few minutes.
All right. Take
more
that,
seconds.
little Italy.
And then
We
the
know what we're
best
doing.
part is that when you go to the dollar store and you're shopping for your kids' science
Yeah,
project,
whatever favorite store you want to go to, whether it's the dollar store or Ron's favorite Kmart, we
Right.
come over here. Now we can build some boxes for our family and friends. So you can do the chocolate biscottis. Amanda made some regular plain biscottis. You can put a couple of your favorite thumbprints, a couple of your favorite.
I think those thumb pins.
Oh my goodness, those are
Pretty good
great.
too. Yeah.
Look at that. And you just build that, you give that to your friends, your family, and it's perfect.
How do we do over there, boys and girls?
We're good.
Okay.
taste good?
The happy
Well, Mike-
accident is still delicious.
No, it's good.
Mike, get the
Get
real
one of those.
one. Get
I
in
know,
there.
I shouldn't have worn the
You're
black
like our
sweater.
guinea pig.
I know.
What was that little kid on TV?
Mikey likes it?
Mikey likes it. There we go.
Yes.
And
Oh, I like it.
Mikey likes it.
Yeah, good one.
I'm going to go for a classic biscotti. Cheers,
Well,
everybody.
Cheers to
Cheers.
you guys. Happy holidays.
Merry
Huh?
Christmas.
Bon Natal.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Added
right.
some extra filling.
And this, your favorite eggnog, your favorite coffee, anything to dip these cookies with, it's perfect. To you and your families, Merry Christmas from all of us.